Chad Porter doing cranial nerve 1 through 12 testing, June 19th, 2015. Alright, so if I can get you to block one nostril and take a deep breath through the other one. Alright, now if you could do the opposite, if you could block the other nostril and take a deep breath for me. Okay, both nostrils seem clear. Now if you could close your eyes and block one nostril for me and take a breath. Alright, if you could do it again, blocking the other nostril. Alright, and could you tell me what you smell?
Coffee.
Alright, and was it the same intensity on both sides?
Yeah.
Okay. For the fundoscopic exam, I'm going to turn the light out. If I could have you just stare at the top of that dartboard for me. Okay. Check the other eye. Keep staring right at the top of that dartboard for me. Alright, good. I'm checking for papilledema, hemorrhage, or any AV nicking, and I see none, which is good. Turn the light back on. Alright, I'm going to do the peripheral test. Alright, if I could have you just keep your head focused right here, your eyes focused right here. I'm going to throw out a number, 1, 2, or 5. I want you to tell me which number you see. If you could block one eye for me.
1, 5, 5, 2, 2.
Alright, now if you could block the other eye, do the same thing again, 1 through 5, 1, 2, or 5, just tell me what you see.
5, 5, 1, 1, 2, 5.
Alright, good. Alright, go through pupillary fatigue and direct and consensual constriction. Turn the light off. First we will do direct and consensual constriction. We'll do direct, and it constricts. Now we'll do the consensual, and it constricts. We'll check the other side. We'll do the direct, and it constricts, and the consensual, and it constricts. Alright, so direct and consensual were both normal, normal findings in both eyes. We'll do the pupillary fatigue test now. Alright, just stare straight ahead for me. Okay, check the other. Alright, so the pupillary fatigue test was normal. Had there been a lesion, it would have shown up as either slow fatigue, or there could have been no fatigue at all, where the pupil would either stay constricted or dilated. Alright, I'm going to check the eyes, examine the eyes for ptosis. I see none. If you could close your eyes for me, I'm checking for the blepharospasms. Close your eyes for me. Alright, I see none there. We'll do convergence and accommodation. If you could just stare at my finger, I'm going to bring it in, just track it with your eyes only. Alright, good. Now I'm going to put my finger here. I want you to concentrate on my finger, and then that corner of the wall there, and back and forth as I tell you. Alright, stare at my finger, now the wall, finger, now the wall, finger, and the wall. Alright, accommodation was good. Alright, now we're going to do the H in space test. If you could just keep your head still, staring right here, just track my finger with your eyes only, okay? Right here. Just track with your eyes. Okay, good. Alright, now we're going to go to cranial nerve 5. We're going to check for pain first. Stick out your hand here for me. Alright, so this is what you're going to feel, okay? Alright. Did you feel that on both sides? And was it equal on both sides? Alright, again. Did you feel that on both sides? Yeah. Was it equal on both sides? Yeah. One more time. Did you feel that on both sides? Yeah. Was it equal on both sides?
Yeah.
Alright, so now we'll do the light touch, cranial nerve 5. Do the same thing here. If you could tell me, can you feel that and that?
Yeah.
Was it equal on both sides?
Yeah.
and that. Was it equal on both sides?
Yeah.
And one more time. Did you feel both of those?
Yeah.
Was it equal on both sides?
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll check the motor of cranial nerve 5. If I could have you clench your teeth for me. Check the masseters, okay, and the temporalis. Alright, good. We'll go to cranial nerve 7 now. If I could have you raise your eyebrows and then close your eyes tightly. Alright, if I could have you smile and then puff out your cheeks. Alright, and then I just want you to think of something really funny. Yeah, back for 5. I'm gonna have you open your jaw for me. Alright, thank you. Alright, so now we'll go to cranial nerve 8, the hearing test. Alright, so I'm gonna rub my fingers here. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Alright, so now I'm gonna have you close your eyes and I'm gonna do the same thing. I want you to tell me which side you hear them, okay?
Right, left, left, right, right, left.
Alright, good. So his hearing was normal. Had it not been, we would go to a Weber test where you would strike the tuning fork and place it on the crown of the skull. And one hearing would be lateralized to one side, lateral on one side. We'll say that it was lateralized to the right. So then we would go to the René's test where we would strike the tuning fork and place it on the mastoid. When he no longer could hear it, I would move it around to the front for air conduction. So if bone conduction is greater than the air conduction, then you have a conduction loss on this same side. If the bone conduction was less than the air conduction, then we would have a sensorineural deficit on the contralateral side. Alright, sir, if I get you to stand up, take your shoes off. Alright, and then I'll have you walk to me. I want you to keep your head straight, your arms to the side, and just walk heel to toe. Just come at me. Checking his balance. Alright, looks good. If you could go back there. We're going to do the same exact thing. Keep your hands to your side. And this time I want you to close your eyes and heel to toe. I'll be here in case you fall. Alright, good. Alright, so that's checking cranial nerve 8. Now if I can have you just sit down, I'm going to check your resting nystagmus. I see none. So we'll go to cranial nerve 12. I'm going to have you open your mouth. I'm going to examine the tongue for any atrophy or fasciculations, and I see none. Now if I could have you stick your tongue out for me. Okay, that's normal. Had it not been normal and his tongue deviated to one side, that means that there would be a cranial nerve 12 lesion to the side that the tongue deviated toward. Alright, I'm going to check the tongue strength now. If I could have you stick your tongue against your cheek for me. Alright, and the other side. Alright, strength is good. We'll check 9 and 10. Cranial nerves 9 and 10. Alright, I'm going to check palate elevation. If I could have you open, okay, and say ah for me. Ah. Alright, now say it again. Ah. Again. Ah. One more time. Ah. Alright, good. Now I'm going to check the gag reflex. Alright, if I could have you open your mouth for me. Okay. Now I'm going to check the other side. Open your mouth again for me. Alright. We got a good gag reflex. Now we'll go to cranial nerve 11. If I could have you raise your shoulders for me. Alright, and hold. Check that against resistance. Okay, good. If I could have you turn your head to the right. Alright, then back to midline. Now right against resistance. Alright, good. If I could have you turn your head to the left. Alright, now midline, now against resistance. Alright, good. And that concludes my exam.